Hi, I'm Nancy Alexander of Ladybug Wreaths. I was putting some ficus leaves in a wreath behind me, and I thought, well, this is a really good time to let you see what I love to use and what I sell in my shop and on Etsy. That's the ficus leaves. They come in a pack, just like this. There are 6 in a pack. This is after I've slid the wrapper off of them. And there's one wire that holds those together. I'm going to cut that off because I want you to see how full the pack is. They're just kind of tucked together, so I kind of separate them like that. This is a beautiful stem of ficus leaves. I love it. If you look at the wreaths that I make, you're going to know how much I love it. I put it in spring and summer and fall wreaths, and I even add it to Christmas wreaths, and it makes a huge difference. So I was cutting some up. I'm going to show you how I cut it up to make it go as far as I can. There are 3 large sections. What I normally do is cut the tallest center one out and then just straighten this up a little bit. And if you cut right down here, you will not have to add a pick. And then I just straighten this one out. So I've ended up with 3 long stems that I didn't have to put picks on. Now there's something else I want to point out to you. Sometimes if you're using a grapevine wreath, or if you're using a wreath that's tied really tightly, you're not going to like using some of these longer stems like this one where it's really thick. So in that case, I do take the time to put a long pick on the stems. The picks are pointed. They just slide in easier. Now, the wreath behind me, I've got some of my honeysuckle in there. You know, we sell honeysuckle by the roll, and that's something else I put in every one of my designs. And the ficus leaves, for now, I'm just sticking them in to see where I like them, how they're going to look. I was mainly doing that because I knew we were going to be filming, and I didn't want to go ahead and have them all glued in. This longer one, I always put at the bottom. Someone told me that my wreaths always look oval, and they thought I started with an oval base. Well, I don't. I start with a 14-inch base. But when I'm using my ficus leaves, I put a long one at the bottom, and they all flow in this direction, the same as the stems that come out from my birch wreaths. I put a long one right here. I put a long one here and here, so they're all flowing that way. And I've got now there's another thing I always do. I never, ever, ever stick a stem in perfectly straight. If you go out in your yard and you pick some greenery that you're wanting to go in a vase or something, they always have a slight bend to them. So I'm going to put another long one right here, but I'm tucking it in to the wild birch just a little bit higher. Well, there. And if it doesn't fit tightly enough when I'm sticking it in, I pull it out and stick it again. If I already have glue on it, you can't do that as easily. So sometimes I will stick it in without glue, and then I'll either pull it back out, add some glue, and stick it back in the same place, or I'll look and see where it went into my wreath. I'll shoot a little glue right there, and I'll add a little pinch of green moss, and it is secure. It's very secure. When I get to the sides, this is just a little short stem, and look how I bent it, because I wanted it to go in at an angle. But once it went in, I wanted to have it come out some from my wreath. So if we were to measure this wreath just like it is right now, I've got the ficus leaves in it the way I like them. And I even put some right in the middle. I don't do it all the way around the outside. I have some coming this way, and I have a piece kind of falling down right there. I should have had my tape measure or my measuring stick with me. But normally, if I start with a 14-inch wreath, I'm going to end up with a 27, 28-inch wide wreath. And if I measure from the bottom to the top, they are easily 28 to 32 to 34 inches tall. And I'm able to get that shape because I start with my wild birch wreaths, which has the sticks that radiates out. And then I add the ficus leaves so that they're radiating out along with the stems in my birch wreath. So if you want to purchase some of the ficus leaves like I use and I love, if you'll just look right down below this video and click on the link, it will send you right to where you can purchase a set of 6 ficus leaves and try them out yourself. And like I showed you before, there's a lot on each one of these. I use them for wreaths. I use them for arrangements. We've used them in weddings. We've used them for arches in weddings and for brides bouquets. The possibilities are endless. And I just know you're going to love using them just as much as I do. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be back soon with, we'll probably do some tips on my wild birch wreaths. So I'll see you later. Bye.